ASL Season11 Refresh. Upgrade complete.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Welcome everybody to the third and fourth place match of ASL Season 11. I am Nyoken, of course, joined by Scan. Today it's going to be a ZVZ, as you see. It's going to be between Queen and Hero, and both of these players have something to prove because they got pretty much obliterated in the semifinals.
And yes, unfortunately, Hero could not play really well against Larva in the semifinal last week. And this is going to be another ZVZ match for Hero. I'm pretty sure Hero has prepared for this third and fourth place match against Queen. Probably he also worked on his weaknesses and maybe something that he needs to work on. So I wonder how well he's going to be performing tonight.
Yeah, so you guys out there, we don't have the clean feed right now, so that's why you're hearing the English, the Korean broadcasters. So I'm gonna have to try and manage their volume levels right now while also keeping Scan at a decent volume. So apologies for that. Right now, while also keeping Scan. But yeah, this should be an exciting ZVZ. We can finally get to hear what the casters are saying. So maybe if you hear something interesting from them, you can tell us all what they're saying. I especially want to know what Into the Rain saying about that hot 6.
Yeah, I turned off all those Korean audio because we had to talk about something else. But looks like the final ASL Season 11 final is going to be at 7 p.m. Usually all those previous tournament on ASL, they always did the final at 5 p.m. for the final, but this time they figured out that viewers seems more comfortable with the time zone watching at 7 p.m. because they work at the daytime, and then when they get back home around like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., they get to watch the ASL final. Maybe that could be the reason why Africa staff decided to change the time schedule there. So it is going to be casted on Sunday. Okay, what's going on?
So I have the link now scanned, but it's an 8-minute delay. So
yeah,
do you want to use that?
I'm looking at the clean feed, but it's a very long delay. I don't think we can watch that. I don't think it's going to be working for us. Now, 1 second.
So we are getting a look at the brackets. We do see, of course, that Mini versus Larva is the final. It's going to be coming up on Sunday, 7 p.m. KST, and today is Queen versus Hero. You see that Mini crushed Queen. The only game that Queen won was the first game. And really, Queen was massively ahead in that game. Even the cannon rush failed and lost. He killed his own pylon with that cannon. And then Larva decimated Hero. There were opportunities for Hero to win some of the games, but Larva just too strong with his Muta and Ling control and also using spores very, very effectively. And the backstabs, specifically in the last game, were very, very deadly. Now we're going to look at the maps for today. It's going to be Polaris, Rhapsody, Eclipse, Hidden Track, Polypoid, and Ascension. So we've got one. We're missing Ultimate Stream, and I can't remember the actual other map that's missing from this list.
Sorry, I was answering the call from Cruiser. I guess we can't really fix about this clean feed problem. We have to watch from the ASL mainstream platform, and we might have to just turn off those Korean commentators talking about Hot 6 or maybe something other topic they like to talk about. But we are seeing right now Queen's information that his ZVZ matchup is still looking decent, 61% win rate, and I think he will play really well even though he lost that semifinal from last week.
Yeah, his ZVZ is very strong, and his ZVP is very strong, even though he ended up losing last week versus Mini. You know that Queen is probably the #1 Zerg these days, but Hero impressed throughout the entire season. I was a bit surprised that he ended up losing 4-0 versus Larva, because I actually was kind of favoring Hero in that matchup simply because of how well he performed overall in the tournament. But Larva, I guess, has upped his skill considerably this time and makes it into the final for the first time ever. You can see the ZVZ win rate, despite the 4-0 loss, he still is at 50% win rate. So this guy is definitely a very, very good ZVZ player. And you know, Queen hasn't really impressed me in the past couple months, and that includes watching him online. So even though everybody thinks Queen is still probably the best Zerg player, I think Hero has a decent shot here. And you know, he did get a lot of practice versus Larva last week when he played that ZVZ. So let's get into our 3rd and 4th place match. Our first game of the series is going to be between Queen and Hero.
(3,4위전) 1세트 대결 시작됐습니다. 김명훈 선수예요.
Alright, spawning in the bottom right, PO Zerg. That was Queen, and the top left, blue is Hero.
Yep, so we know from listening to you and watching this map several times, Queen's in the favorable position because of that mining advantage at that top patch, not using it. The horizontal mining.
I think he missed it. He missed the timing because he was about to get the 6th drone on the way. So that could be the reason why he missed it. But now he's back on working on that horizontal mining. So Queen definitely has a mining advantage compared to Hero.
Yeah, so ZVZ is always interesting to me on 2-player maps. You tend to think that, okay, it's a 2-player map. They know where each other is. You wouldn't expect to see aggressive play, but sometimes we see players actually get quite greedy. Now, we do see that Hero is going to be the one being aggressive. This is going to be a 9 pool. Now, we still don't know what Queen is going to go for. And thinking back to the Larva series, almost every game we saw Hero be aggressive, right? So it seems to be that he's the one that wants to dictate the pace of the game.
Did he stack the drone? I think he stacked the drone in the middle. Look at that drone. It's not individually.
Oh, it's not mining?
Yeah, he's not individually mining 1-to-1.
Yes, that's a big mistake, especially in ZVZ. Now, this is a 12 pool from Queen, so this automatically looks like a really good build order advantage for Queen. Of course, his gas is going to be slightly later, but he's going to have that Nat hatchery coming down pretty soon. He's going to have a quite big larva advantage. It's going to be up to Hero to make something happen.
Judging by the gas timer of a Hero's, the number of investment gas that Hero right now has, it doesn't seem like it is going to be 9 pull. Maybe it might be 9 pull, 6 Zergling into super fast layer tech. So maybe that's what I was. Never mind, he just spent 100 investment gas with 100 minerals, so that is going to be the Zergling speed on the way once again.
So again, aggressive play from Hero as expected. The hatchery has gone down, but again, 12 pool is a great build order versus the 9 pool. However, his speed is going to be lacking. You can see that Queen hasn't even mined 100 gas just yet. Meanwhile, the Overlord misses the Lings. Now, I don't expect to see Queen build an additional drone or anything, but if he does, he might be instantly punished. Now, behind this, still no lair just yet for Hero.
Ooh, he just saw that a Zergling just was coming from the bridge side, so he knows. Queen definitely knows what is coming. Now he's finally pulling out his drone to the natural. Larva usually pull out 4 drone to defend 9 pull Zergling, but Queen brought only 3. Oh, gotta be careful with not losing the drone.
Oh my gosh. That went down to 1 health. And he gets it!
Yeah, he got it.
So that's a big pick off. Not only does the drone have, you know, the same initial hit damage of 5 as a Ling, but it also has range. So for it to be taken down, that's a nice pick-off for Hero.
Yeah, that losing one drone in the beginning is so critical loss, and we can see Queen is desperately trying to defend, but he finally got a couple of Zergling from the second hatchery and the Zergling speed. So now Hero has to retreat.
Yeah, we do see that Hero is on the run, and speed has kicked in for Queen also, so he's going to be putting on some pressure now. You can see that Hero has split off a couple of links to the side, but Queen is anticipating that. He leaves a couple behind. Meanwhile, Spire has started for Hero, so his Spire is way farther along than Queen's. I'm not even sure if Queen has finished his lair just yet. You can see that that looks like a slight Ling advantage for Queen right now, but I know that there are some Lings coming in for a backstab from Hero, but I think, though, that little blob you see outside of the natural is a handful of Lings waiting for that. Oh, he moves them out of position at the wrong time! That's going to be Lings maybe running into the main.
So that was a nice back off for Queen, able to kill 2 Zerglings. If he let that 4 Zergling get inside of Queen's main base, he will instantly lose those drones by those 4 Zergling harassment. But that's a nice defense so far. Little bit of a losing mining time, but he still got plenty of drones at the natural.
Yeah, that's what, 5 drones at the natural. You can see that's also reflected in the supply. It's a 26 to 16 supply lead. Hero right now, I think, has maybe like 6 more Lings than Queen, but the arc advantage obviously in favor of Queen at the bottom side of the ramp. You can see that Spire surprisingly went down at the natural. I don't know about that placement, but he's going to use that as part of his SimCity. You also saw the evolution chamber go down. Queen trying to bust through this ramp. I think this is a bit of a mistake, but we'll see if he can make something happen.
So these Zerglings are going to win and break the Hero's concave on the ramp side, and Hero did not expect this coming. He skipped that sunken in the main base, so now those 3 Mutalists can't really leave his main base.
I was not expecting those Lings to actually get up, and I thought that Queen might end up bleeding off the majority of his Lings, but as played, he gets a couple and doesn't do any damage, but forces a drone drill, which is obviously a little bit of damage. And we see that the colonies have gone up at the natural, so spores are going to be coming in pretty soon. And just like in the game versus Larva, what can really Hero do to punish this? Like, it feels like Queen is pretty much Ling tight, Muta tight, and because this is only 1 hatch production, Hero, I don't know what kind of real deadly attack with Mutaling he can make that can bust the natural or run Lings by into the main.
Yeah, I think this could be the downside of going 9 pull speed. Like, you have to execute your opponent even if he has gone for 12 pull Zerg, 12 pull into 2 hatch. So with that 9 pull speed, since Hero did not do much of a damage, just picked up one of the drones in the beginning, but other than that, he didn't really do much of a harassment, and just let the Queen to finish that second hatchery at the natural, and all those larvae pump, and having all those drone saturation for both expand. And now Hero, I don't know, Hero can't really do anything from this position.
Well, this is one of the downfalls of going for the spore plays. You can see that Queen has a bit of trouble covering every single aspect of his base. 2 spores not enough to cover the natural. That extractor's even going to get picked off. And there was not a spore at the bottom side of the main, but you can see that Hero's econ is struggling quite a bit, despite having the drones pulled off. Still a supply lead for Queen. 4 Lings are going to run across the map, but there is a slight Muta advantage for Hero right now. I think it's like 7 versus 5, and he has some Scourge. But where does he attack with it, is my question.
Yeah, he's also going to lose a little bit of a mining time by the 4 Zergling harassment. This is too much hurting his eco. And
oh my gosh.
with that 6 Mutalists and 2 Scourge underneath. Okay, now he will have 7 Mutalists, but okay, yes, he will be able to kill that second gas, but what will he do after this? He doesn't have the second hatchery. He constantly lost a couple of drone by the Zergling harassment. And now
Yeah,
Queen
and-
is going to have same amount of minerals now.
Yeah, and Hero has 3 drones mining minerals. Like, that's all he has. I think I saw 2 more pop out, so maybe 5. But even mute account for both players, also even Scourge pretty much. And there's just flat out more econ for Queen. Even if he loses this fight, he's still going to be in a fantastic advantage. We can see that the Scourge connected, and that's only 2 left over. And that's going to be game 1 going over to Queen in the blink of an eye.
Wow. Excellent play by Queen, and very well defending that 9-pull speed aggression in the beginning, even though he lost that 1 drone accidentally.
Have we really seen any one-hatch opener versus Zerg actually win in ASL this season? I feel like every time we see somebody go for this low econ style ZVZ, they've ended up losing. Do you remember a game where it's won so far?
No, I don't think so. I haven't seen any Zerg player winning with the 1 hatchery in the ASL tournament so far.
Yeah, so it seems like these Zerg players have learned how to manage their econ a little bit better and also not die to Lings, but we're going into commercial, so we'll be back in just a second.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I guess mine is a little bit faster than yours. Okay. 1 second faster. I guess that's fine.
오랜 시간이 걸렸습니다. 10년간의 그 도전, 그 끝에 결승 진출. 가장 낮은 자리에서 이제 가장 높은 자리로.
Alright guys, we are back. Going into that ASL Tumblr, of course.
Before we get into the second game of third and fourth placement match, we are going to look at ASL Season 11 event. There's all the winner prediction event. If you get the prediction gets right, you get the ASL Tumblr. 2 people will receive. And if you also show to Africa that you're also watching ASL, then you also get the ASL Tumblr with the umbrella. And before we go into game number 2, we also have to talk about the final ASL Season 11 finals. It is going to be casted on June 6th, Sunday at 7 p.m. We used to do the final at 5 p.m. all the time for all those previous ASL tournaments, but this time we decided to change the final schedule to 7 p.m. because all those people who are still working at the daytime and they don't have much time to watch the final, so they decided to change it to 7 p.m. And ASL Season 11 finals event, if you get the prediction right, 10 people will get ASL Tumblr, so they are giving out more tumblers. And if you also show them that you're watching ASL, you also get the ASL Tumblr with the umbrella. 3 people will get it. And if you also advertise, like share the post of a final ASL Season 11 final, like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever it is, you also get the ASL jersey shirt. And 2 people will get it.
1세트는 김명훈 선수가 승리를 가져갔는데요. 두 번째 세트는 어떤 선수가 승리를 할지 두 번째 세트 김명훈 선수가
The first game, unfortunately, here did not win the game. and we wish Heroes to make some comeback in game number 2. We'll be moving into game number 2.
Yep, game number 2 coming at us in just a second. We did see Queen get off to an early lead 1-0, and this aggressive play from Hero flat out not working so far in all of the ASL. I thought we might see him switch it up in the final games versus Larva, yet he continued to go for it, and I'm having a bad feeling that we're going to keep seeing it. And as I was talking about, it looks like Zergs these days have really figured out how to play versus the low econ style ZVZ.
Disney Mickey Mouse.
Well,
now this time he's not wearing no thank you shirt.
yeah, he's wearing a different shirt this time. Maybe he thinks that it's cursed. He wants to have a better performance. Maybe Mickey is his new lucky item. Let's get into game number 2. It's going to be on Eclipse, another 2-player map. So in the bottom left, in the brown, up 1-0, it is Queen. And then in the top right, in the yellow, down 0-1. Going for consistent aggro play, it is Hero. Now we have Eclipse again. Well, Eclipse, another 2-player map again. Do you think we're going to see anything different from Hero, or is he just going to keep going for this aggro play, you think?
I'm not sure, but I've seen other pro players playing on a pro league, playing ZVZ on Eclipse, that some people like to go with a 9-pull into Lair first, but there might be a little bit of potential for Hero once again going for the 9-pull because he has the mining advantage, because he's mining to the right side. He can also do the mineral boost, so there's a little bit of a chance that Hero might go for 9-pull, but never mind, he makes an overlay this time.
So this time around, we're not going to see the 9-pull aggressive opening. Of course, we may still see something like an overpull or 12-pull, but I don't think we've seen a single 12-hatch game from Hero all season long, so maybe this is the time to go for that. But as I say that, that is going to be Overlord, Gas, and then it's going to be Pool. Now, meanwhile, Queen has not put down anything, and you know, he's watched the series versus Larva, so even though he's banking minerals, I think this is probably going to be another 12 pool. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Oh, maybe it is a 12 hatch from him. There it goes.
So Hero this time has gone for little bit of a different build. He has gone for the pull and the gas together, did he?
Yeah, he went for the gas in the pool for Hero, and then Queen going for that 12 hatch, following up with the pool in just a second.
Okay, I missed it. I was checking out the stream quality earlier. So I guess Hero has gone for the gas first in the spawning pool. So whenever you're doing the gas into spawning pool, we expected to see the Zergling speed and the Lair tag at the same time. So that's what we are expected to see from here. We can see Hero already has about almost 200 Vespin gas.
Yep, he is going to instantly go into that lair, and you can see that he's not using the excess gas to get speedlings. So he is just going to try and rush the Spire and have an overwhelming amount of mutas. Most likely not going to send any lings out onto the map, just hold his ramp.
Yeah, so we are seeing Hero saving all those Vespin gas. He did not get that Lair tech and a Zergling speed at the same time. So for Queen still does not have that Overlord getting inside of Hero's main base yet, so he can't really figure out what this is yet. But once that Overlord gets inside of Hero's main base, Queen will immediately figure out that Hero has gone for a couple of Zerglings into a second hatchery really fast, so it is not going to be the Zergling speed for Hero. And if Queen able to figure out that it is not going to be the Zergling speed, he will also make a lot of drones soon.
Yep, we do see that the Spire is going up, and that is a hatchery going down for Hero also. Meanwhile, Queen's hatch is already done. He is going to start mining that natural, and we're going to have probably a somewhat similar game to what we just saw, except this time around, Hero is going to have access to more larvae. That means that something like a Muta Ling attack into the natural or Ling run by would be deadlier. He's not going to have that low drone count. You know, last game he had like 5 drones total at the end. There is the Spire going down for Queen, so Spire's about maybe like 300 health slower than Heroes right now, so he is going to have to get up that evolution chamber pretty soon.
Definitely, Hero has the advantage with the Spire attack being fast, but we remember that Queen has gone for the 12 hatchery first, so he has all those larvae advantage. He can make a lot of Zerglings and a lot of drone at the same time. And even if Hero plans to move out with all the, using all those Vespene gas with the 2 hatchery and squeezing all of the resource for Mutalisk and Zergling for the rush, but Queen, I think Queen will have a great amount of units to defend with that 12 hatchery in the beginning.
Well, we see that the Lings are set up in an arc on both sides. Colonies are coming down for both players. You can see that there is a slight hole at the top side of the mineral patches at the natural, so Hero can exploit that, pick off a few drones maybe. This time around, Hero's the one with the supply lead, so already having a good impact with that additional hatchery. Overlord's even going to die for Queen. He's going to sack that to keep the Mutalisk back just a little bit. Also wants to see what's actually being pumped out, and he saw that there were Lings being made, so instantly another colony gets put down. That's going to be a sunken colony. And this is a lot of Lings and Mutas coming at Queen.
So instead of squeezing all those money for Mutalisk, Hero decided to go for the Zergling speed and getting more Zergling out. But Queen will definitely have some amount of Zerglings to defend. With the Great Sim City, Sunken Colony, and follow-up Mutalisk, I think this Zergling rush might not work really well, because all those Spore Colony with the Sunken Colony, it's just pretty much defending really well.
Yeah, really great hold from Queen there. You can see that really all Hero got out of that was he picked off a reinforcing Mutalisk. So nice hold from Queen. And both players have double hatchery, which is great. The problem is Queen's the one with the extra gas. So the longer the game goes, obviously Queen is going to start slowly pulling ahead in terms of Mutalisk count. And he really doesn't need additional drones at the natural at all. He just needs to make sure that they don't die. And he will slowly but surely overwhelm the air army of Hero. We can see that it is standing at 5 right now. I think Queen already has 5.
Yeah, now we can see Hero just use all the Vespene gas, but we can also see Queen is mining the second gas, and he also used all the Vespene gas, so we might expect Queen might going to go for the timing attack, whatever he has 11 Mutalisk with a lot of Scourges behind. We might be expected to see soon, because Hero just lost that Overlord center of the center on the map, and now yeah, Hero still got supply block for a long time.
Yeah, and I feel like we're seeing a repeat of what we saw versus Larva. The Mutas are now caught, and now it's just going to be a pure Muta fight. It's Muta versus Muta, and Queen already has an advantage. I don't know if any of those Scourge connected, but so far, that's 10 versus 6, and this is going to be Queen easily taking this fight. There's just 4 or 5 remaining for Hero. One of them attacks the Spore, and this was a disaster for Hero. And Queen, he's already up 2-0.
Yeah, look at that Queen's face. Easy peasy. And he seems... he has a great feeling that he's gonna win soon for the 3rd game as well. But Hero really needs to do something else. I feel like Hero should stop doing that one base playstyle. All of those one base style that Hero has been showing from the last week and today, everything wasn't really working.
Yeah, the one base style, whether it's the 9 pool or what we just saw with the hatch of the main, not working at all. And really, you and I both seem to think that we've got to get to more econ-based play from Hero, because his early game aggression isn't working. Everybody's just running away with it. And then you can see that there's just way too many Mutalisks for Queen. He needs to get more econ in his play if he wants to have a chance. And again, he's in a scenario where he's potentially about to just be blown out. This is a best of 5, so one more loss for him, and he's done. So he needs to fix this really quickly. Oh, I think we're going to be going into that hot 6. Yep, there it is. So
Yeah.
we will mute the stream, and I will try and fix the quality.
아니 어딜 나가셨어요?
If you have not installed that Africa helper or Africa streamer thing, it might not let you to watch on a source quality.
Okay.
But it should
Yeah, I don't-
it should be easy to install. It's like one click and install, and it's not like a virus, so you should be able to do it. So, but yeah, Hero has been doing all those one hatch or one base play so far, and things weren't really working well for him.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hero's just not. Well, I don't want to say he's outclassed, because when he gets rolling, he can definitely stand toe to toe with players like Zero and or Queen and Larva, but it just seems like he never really gets going. Actually, I was kind of happy to see that second hatch in his main, because I was like, okay, finally we're going to be able to combo the Mutas with the Lings. But the Sim City that the Zerg players have come up with is just really, really strong. And I mean, we first saw it in ZVP, of course, a long time ago, players using that to prevent Zealot blocks. Now, finally, they have figured out how to use it in ZVZ, and I think that this is kind of revolutionary, that more players are going to go away from the 9-pool opener. Of course, I'm not a Zerg player, so this is just purely from spectating. But what do you think Hero has to do in Game 3? Is 12-pool an option, or does he really need to go for something crazy like the 12 hatch?
I think that all those one base play, it might work well. Like I guess practicing on ladder for ZVZ may help, but in pro scene, like everyone has such a strong like Zergling micro, Muta micro, and they're also good at the optimization with the number of drones or Zerglings, how many they actually need to defend all those one base style. Like they're just really good at defending all kinds of a one base playstyle. So I feel like in pro level of ZVZ, one base playstyle might not be a thing.
Yeah, it honestly, as somebody that just watches ZVZ and doesn't play it, it looks like it's not a thing anymore, unless you are ridiculously better than the opponent. And I think that that's just not going to be at the case at the top level. It's going to be very few and far between. They're going to have somebody outclass another player at that type of level. So Hero, he needs to deviate somewhat, because this is not working. We didn't see it work versus Larva, not working versus Queen either. And now I guess we're going to be going into a real commercial, and then we'll be back with Game 3, which is potentially the last game.
디자인하면서 가장 중요하게 생각했던 부분은 울트라 기어의 차별화된 브랜드 메시지를 잘 납품하는 것입니다. 신과 영웅들의 최강의 무기들을
If you don't wanna install that Africa streamer
Well-
thing, then
Well, I do, but that means I have to Alt-Tab and do all this stuff and refresh the stream, and I don't know where it is also.
you don't have to refresh. It just automatically switch without pressing F5.
Okay, where is it then?
Did you
freak.
download?
No, what's it called?
I forgot. I don't know if you downloaded. If you download, then it should be in your folder.
I know. I don't know what it's called. What is the download called? Is what I mean.
Like if you press the source button, they let you install.
Oh, okay.
I'll look at your screen too. Yeah, that.
Please install our HD streamer.
Yeah. It should
Oh, I
download.
thought I had to register or something.
No. Yes, downloading and just install it. And you don't have to press F5. Just wait and they just change to source immediately.
Okay.
위기의 조일장 이렇게 몰아줘서 절대 안 되지요. 빌드 싸움에서 엇갈리면서
Oh, now it's refreshing.
네, 뭔가 같은 종족 싸움에서 계속 엉킨 심타래처럼 계속 꼬여가고 있는 조일장
Is that
선수의
source?
상황입니다. 뭔가
Better quality, I suppose.
엉킨 실타래를 좀 풀 수 있는
Yeah, definitely better quality now.
되었으면 하는데요.
Yep, alright guys, we're back, and you can see that the quality has gotten much better with help of Scan. I installed the HD streamer thing. I thought I had to register, but apparently not the case, so now we can actually see it in much better quality. Get a good look at that Mickey Mouse shirt that's not working out for Hero today. And now we're getting the we're getting a view of Queen here, who looks like he's not even breaking a sweat. This series is already 2-0 in like 10 minutes, and he's looking to close it out.
Yeah, Queen is absolutely beast right now. But this time, it's a third map, it's a hidden track chosen by Hero. He should be winning this game this time because he chose that map. He should have prepared for something and somehow make some comeback from game number 3.
Yep, so game number 3, hidden track. This is match point for Queen. If he wins here, he's going to be finished in 3rd place.
세 번째 세트 대결입니다.
So in the bottom left, we have our magenta Zerg player up 2-0. It is Queen. And in the top left, in the white, nothing has gone for him in ZVZ in the past couple appearances. It is Hero. Now this time around, finally something in favor of him. He is going to get a first scout off to bottom left. Meanwhile, last scout for Queen.
And we can talk about the spawning location. That Hero definitely has that scouting advantage compared to Queen, because whenever Hero scouts with the first overlord, he can decide to make more drone or constantly squeezing all those larvae for more zergling and go for the super aggression. But for Queen, he won't be able to find out what Hero is actually planning to do, so he has to play safe and make extra zerglings in the beginning and not able to make some early drone. But also the spawning location in the mid and late game. Whenever Hero gets the Mutalisk, Hero cannot attack Queen's main base with the Mutalisk because he has to go around all the way around from the center to Queen's main base. But Queen has the option to whether attack Hero's main base or natural at the same time. So that's a little bit of an advantage for Queen's in mid game.
Yep, so finally we are going to see Hero go for a 12 hatch. And the funny thing is oh, is that going to be a pool? No, please. Okay, yeah, it is just going to be... Oh, no, Hero did go for 12 pool, man. And this is going to be 12 pool versus 12 hatch. And again, Queen is going to have a massive build order advantage. Now, this could be Hero outthinking himself right here. He's like, okay, well, I've been aggressive. I know you know that I've been aggressive and it failed. So I'm going to go for a 12 pool because you're more than likely going to go for a 9 pool versus a 12 hatch. Or an expected 12 hatch. So he goes for the 12 pool. But Queen's just like, nah, I don't care about any of that. I know I can beat you in the mid and late game. So he's just going to go for a 12 hatch himself. And Hero with the 12 pool is going to be slightly behind from the get-go.
I like how Hero is right now hiding that overlord all the way to the corner. And since Hero knows that he lost the build order advantage compared to Queen, I think one of the way Hero might be able to make some comeback would be not making much of a Zergling. Like, look at this. He just made 2 extra drone instead of Zergling. And he's desperately trying to get that alert tech as soon as possible. So that means his Mutalisk will be definitely faster than Queen's for sure.
Yes, so we do see lair going down for Hero already. That is one of the benefits of the 12 pool. He's going to have that lair a little bit faster. Meanwhile, wait and see. Okay, there is the lair for Queen. So he's going to match the lair, but it's going to be maybe like 15 seconds or so slower. Not a big deal. Now, as you're expecting or you're hoping for a lack of lings, I also am hoping for that. But we'll wait and see what Hero opts for.
Yeah, Queen immediately made 8 Zerglings out on the map. Yes, because Queen does not know what Hero's actually doing. And I like how Hero has showing that 2 Zergling on the map, out on the map, and also putting down the Creek Colony before that Overlord comes. You know, I feel like it's a little bit early because Queen definitely has gone for the lair attack first and not getting the metabolic boost on the way, but I feel like that Creek Colony with the Sunken Colony might be a little bit fast.
Well, you know, lings can get across the map quite quickly, so I think the colony timing is okay. We know that it's 12 lings now for Queen versus, I think I only saw 4 for Hero, so he's trying to get away with murder, trying to have that sunken colony, you know, be super effective versus lings, but honestly, they're not that great versus lings. Yeah, that is a lack of defense right now. 14 lings now for Queen. He's got a 5 supply lead. Now Hero realizes that, hey, I should build some more lings for this incoming attack. I didn't get to see the Spire timing. Has it started? I think it has for somebody.
Yeah, it has started for both players. Hero's Spire should be 20 seconds faster than Queen, that's for sure. We can see both of the players has gone for the second extractor at the same time. But there's a little bit of a larva advantage for Queen. But, well, interestingly, that Queen has made that Creek Colony. Maybe Queen thought this was a 12 hatchery. So that might be a little bit of a misleading information for Queen.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have a glimpse into the main just yet, so maybe he, yeah, like you said, it was a 12 hatch, or maybe Hero's hiding lings in his main or something. So he does preemptively build that sunken colony, and as you mentioned, the Spire is about 15 seconds or 20 seconds ahead of Queen, so if mutas come out, they could potentially get across the map and maybe snipe like one drone, maybe. But you can see that Queen was banking resources, so he's going to be popping pure mutas at this point. Saw 3 just get morphed just there. Now we know that Hero and, yeah, as I was about to point out, it has built a lot of Scourge in all of his series, so he may be looking to pick a fight in the early stages. Meanwhile, Zero, I see, is also building some Scourge, and we've got units already coming across the map.
That is a very strong timing attack, but like I said, Queen has the little bit of a mid-game advantage with the Hero is not able to attack the main base. He always has to attack the natural first, but Queen will be, whenever Queen is attacking and have the option to attack first, then he will always choose whether he wants to attack the main base or the natural. So this is a little bit of a downside for Hero, but Hero has used all the Vesping gas and he's also killing his own Zergling, so he's making that supply for more Immunos, and Queen is also doing the same thing, killing his own Zergling at the moment.
Yep, that is something that you can do in all matchups. Kill off a unit to free up supply so you don't have to build something like an Overlord or a Pylon. That's why we see both players doing that. Now we see that Queen is focusing more on, oh no, he is focusing more on Scourge, surprisingly. It's 7 mutas versus, I think that said 10 for Hero in a lot of Scourge.
9 versus 8.
9 for Hero so far, and 8 maybe, as you mentioned. And those Scourge are, well, I mean, if they're gonna die, they might as well try and trade off for a Scourge. So that's nicely done from Hero. He does kill an Overlord, so Queen is supply blocked, and this might be the fight that Hero's been looking for. Look at that shot from Hero. He's picking off all of the Scourge. Meanwhile, so is Queen.
11 mira, Papa gotta pay attention. He's not microing his Mutalisk.
Oh my gosh, look how many Scourge connect, and we don't know how many actually hit, but there's 7 left over for Hero and only 6 for Queen, and this is finally the fight that Hero was looking for. He's going to be able to intercept these mutas eventually, and he's now moving shot them. They can't get away.
Yeah, all those Scourgers are still alive for Hero, and Queen has to lose all the Mutalisks. 2 Mutalisks are remaining. Even additional Scourgers are top of the eggs. Okay, he confirmed that wasn't a Mutalisk, so he knows, Hero definitely knows that he has the advantage with the Mutalisk.
Oh, Scourge trade for themselves, but it's 6 mutas versus just 1 and a handful of Scourge, and this game is in the bags. Hero is going to take game 3. Look at that shot from downtown. It's just a matter of time until we see Queen tap out. He can't win this fight. He can't win this fight. And we're going to have a series on our hand. Finally, Hero goes for a more economic play, and he puts a win on the board. So finally, he's going to get a bit of confidence in this series.
Yeah, that was a very good comeback for Hero because he lost that build order. He lost that build order with a 12 pool versus 12 hatchery. But like being said with the first Overlord Scout, he had that scouting advantage. He decided to go for no Zergling and going for a super fast lair attack on the way. So that has to do with the 20-second Spire differences between Queen and Hero. So that was a nice play by Hero with the Mutalist Micro and making some comeback.
Yeah, really nicely done. The whole game I was watching, and Hero was ahead in supply, and I was like, man, how's this happening? Isn't Queen the one that got the 12 hatch? So nicely done from Hero, and he does bring it back 2-1. He's not out of the woods just yet, but finally getting a win in ZVZ. He's going to be feeling pretty good about that, and now he realizes that, hey, maybe economic play is the way to go. We're going to be going into a quick commercial, and then we'll be back in just a second.
양념 툭툭 올리브유 또르르 우와 그리고 제로 너무 좋다 맛은 제로 칼로리는 제로 칠성사이다 제로
디자인을 하면서 가장 중요하게 생각했던 부분은 울트라 기어의 차별화된 브랜드 메시지를 잘 납품해 주었습니다. 신과 영웅들의 최강의 무기들을 검토하였습니다. 그중 DK의 승리의 날개 로봇으로 지금의 울트라 기어의 로고가 탄생하게 되었습니다. 울트라 기어의 이니셜인 U와 G를 비상하는 날개의 형상 레드 색상을 사용하여 강력한 에너지와 힘을 나타내었습니다. 울트라 기어는 최상의 퍼포먼스로 진정한 게임의 즐거움, 승리의 기쁨을 여러분께 선사할 것입니다.
관리받다. 관리하지 않는 순간에도 관리받다. 14일 동안 정성껏 발효한 브루잉 콤부차로 관리받다. 브루잉 콤부차.
숙취 요즘 누가 저렇게 깨니? 맨날 똑같은 거 맛없는 거 깨. 이제 탄산으로 깨. 숙취 해소의 새로운 기준 가스강. 환도 역시 가스강이 대세.
울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
Welcome back, guys. We finally saw Hero get a win versus Queen, so he is not going to be blown out. We are going to be going into Game 4. Mixed up his play this time, finally going for an economic play, and he puts a win up there, so he should be feeling pretty good about that.
일단은 12풀이
Ironically, I think he's going to go back to his aggressive play in Game 4, but I hope he doesn't because, as you mentioned, he transitioned out of it very nicely, especially after getting that first scout off.
Yes. So that was a very very nice comeback by Hero with the 12 pull against that 12 hatchery, and it is going to be once again played on a 4-player map Polypoid chosen by Queen. And I really wish Hero has the somewhat advantage with the scouting once again, but we're gonna move into game number 4.
In the top right in the red,
Ooh.
it is Queen. And then in the bottom right, scouting the correct direction, it is Hero. So again, it's going to be another first scout, and he will be able to see that hatchery go up at the natural, of course, if Queen goes for the 12 hatch. So again, a positional advantage for Hero. This is great for you Hero fans out there.
Looks like there was a little bit of a miss micro. Never mind. Okay, both of them have same amount of mineral. But it looks like Queen has. I guess Queen slightly has the advantage with the income right now. He has the money more than Hero and getting that supply quickly than Hero right now.
Well, it's pretty much identical. You can see that maybe there's like a 1 second delay between the returning drone. Oh, wow. Just as I thought, Hero's going to go back to his aggressive tendencies. It's going to be another 9 pull. And Queen again with the Overlord. We're just going to have to wait to see if he's going to go for a 12 hatch again or if he's going to go into that 12 pull that we've already seen him pull out.
Yeah, we can finally see Queen will not go for gas into pull. We can see he's making all those drone, and it is going to be 12 pull by Queen.
So again, this is going to be a good opener for Queen. We see that gas has started for Hero. Gas is going to start for Queen momentarily. He's also going to have that additional boost of Econ, obviously, so he's going to be putting down that Nat hatch pretty soon.
Extractor has gone up, so it looks like it is going to be the same play as first game where we saw on Polarized Rhapsody, and this is the Polypoid. Queen will be making the 11 hatchery at the natural, the second hatchery, and Hero will figure out, oh, this has to be 12 pull once again. So I want to see whether Hero wants to go for the Zergling speed first or Lair attack first.
I think it has to be.
It is
Lair. I felt like it had to be Lair because I think that Lings are going to be out in time, and it didn't have good success for him on Polaris Rhapsody, so no shocker that we're going to see the Lair. And Lings are going to be popping out pretty soon for Queen. This time around, he is going to get speed, so he's going to have the speed advantage versus Hero. Now remember, back on the Polaris Rhapsody game, Queen did get in the main of Hero, so Hero needs to be careful with these Lings.
I guess I like how Queen is not overreacting to that 9 pull aggression. Queen only brought 1 drone, and with his Zergling defending the natural. Okay, he brought the second one as well, third one. So I guess he was waiting for the number of the Zergling count. So finally he will have that 3 Zergling at the natural. But now Queen will figure out that Hero does not have that speed completes. And he just saw all those Zerglings are now retreating. So Queen will be able to figure out this has to be 9 pulls there, not the 9 pull speed.
Yep, so he is going to retreat to his ramp, and because there's no speed and because there's no overwhelming amount of Lings, oh, maybe that's more Lings than he anticipated. That is 12 versus 8 right now. You can see speed kicks in for Queen, so he is... Oh, that is 14! Actually, this is a surprise amount of Lings from Hero, and he's going for a killing move, and if Queen has drone behind this,
He got supply block too. He got supply block too, so this might be a very good timing attack by Hero. And that's a nice drone blocking the path with the 5 drones, but that's not enough Zerglings to defend for Queen, so this might be over. That's a lot of drones are okay, only 1 drone fell.
He does manage to save almost all of his drones. He loses 1, and now more Lings that pop, but they take so much damage that they're probably going to die too, and Hero's going to get into the main, and behind this, look how many resources Queen is floating. He doesn't have a Spire, he doesn't have a lair even. He's not even mining gas, there's no evolution chamber. That Spire's about to finish.
Yeah, that was a very excellent mind game with Hero, like showing to Queen that he doesn't have the Zergling speed and he's not planning to attack anymore, but he waited for the Zergling speed and went for the counter attack once again with a surprise attack, and Queen got supply block for so long, and this is such a big trouble for Queen. He can't really go for the lair attack yet. He has to go for the Spore Colony first and slowly attacking up.
Yeah, and he floated so many resources during that time. He has so many minerals still. He's got like 300. He had 450 a minute ago. You can see that he's desperately trying to get up the spores. That spore at the front, I don't know about the placement of that. It doesn't cover his mineral line at all. It also doesn't cover the gas. Now the first couple Mutalisks are coming out. They're going to pick off this Overlord. You can see that Hero doesn't have that many Lings on his ramp, so he's going to have to keep a couple of Mutalisks behind to make sure that a counterattack does not get into his main. Spores going down in the main finally for Queen. He needs to even put down another one pretty soon because that bottom side of the main is completely exposed.
I think this is a very good position for Hero. Hero does not have much of a drones are mining at the main base, but he has all the Overlord at the main and the natural. Knowing all those Queen's lair attack timing, he knows that Queen will not have Mutalisks on time anyway, so Hero will have some option whether he wants to pump out more drone or even cut his best fingers. Yeah, we can see at Hero's main base that he has a lot of drones that are mining at the mineral. So I think Hero is planning to switch to mid game over here. More drones are coming out.
Yep, more drones coming out. You can see Hero's desperately trying to get up that Spore, but it's going to die to just 3 Mutalisks, and that's going to keep the bottom side of the mineral line exposed. Cancels the Spore to not lose the money. But Queen is in a world of hurt. It would be different maybe if there was a Spire already built, but he doesn't even have a lair. He can't mine his gas at the natural, so Hero's running away with it, and you can see that he has minerals to put down a hatchery also, so I expect him to take that nat pretty soon.
Yeah, it looks like Queen cannot even start his lair attack. Okay, he did start the lair attack at the natural, but all those losing mining time, and now Hero is adding the second hatchery. With maybe he will be adding another hatchery at the natural soon with the third hatchery. Queen is absolutely behind in this game.
Yeah, it's going to take a miracle for Queen to recover, especially with Mutalisks just sharking around the bottom side of that natural. Is that a hatchery in the main? It is for Hero, and he has so many resources. He can even put down a third hatch pretty soon. You can see he stopped mining gas because he just wants to focus on that mineral income. This is going to be a desperation move from Queen to try and get into the main, but with Muta support, even if a couple get in, they're not going to kill anything. Getting 1 drone would be a success at this point.
That
he doesn't even get that one.
Yeah, he couldn't even get the drone, and now Hero is adding another hatchery at the natural, so Hero will be matching up all those larva with the 2 hatchery, but additional hatchery at the natural, he can make drone and he can also make Muta at the same time. So now Queen, he still needs to finish that Spore Colony at the main base so he can start mining at his main base. He's losing a lot of mining time.
Yeah, and even if this gets up, remember he has like 3 more Mutalisks back in his main, so he can easily kill it later on, but he's just going to kill it with 4 Mutalisks. I was wondering what the magic number was once the Spore starts, and apparently 4 is the number. That means that Queen's counterattack is again going to be denied. There's already Mutas and Lings in position, and slowly but surely, Hero is going to start just absolutely shooting up in supply and completely overrunning Queen unless he can get something going in the next, really in the next couple seconds.
Yeah, it is very looking good for Hero. I think Hero even spend, I think he might have that upgrade of the N-Cage also as well. I want to see, okay, he doesn't have that upgrade yet, but while he was getting all the second hatchery and the third hatchery, he probably had that enough money for spending that resource for maybe +1 armor, quicker than Queen before Queen gets the Spartak on the way. So Hero is definitely playing really well. He just figured out that Queen just has more Zergling out on the map, so he should be able to defend at the natural.
Well, we see that Queen has banked up a lot of gas because, I mean, he's been mining it consistently in his main and hasn't had to build any Mutalisk, or he couldn't build any Mutalisk. So this Muta count is going to shoot up pretty fast for Queen, but it's still going to be behind Heroes just slightly. I think Hero has like 8 right now, and all Queen can build so far is 6. So there's still going to be about a 200 gas advantage for Hero.
Oh, the
One
Zerglings.
fell.
Okay,
Lings are...
I'm not sure about the Zergling counterattack because Queen also has the Zergling out on the map, but Queen is also... Okay, Queen will go for the backstab here.
Yeah, Queen missed the Lings moving across, and there are no Sunkens, it's just Lings, and there's no Mutalisk either, so it's like 5 Lings versus maybe 12 Lings, and that means that Hero is easily going to bust this. Drones are being pulled, and they are falling left and right. Meanwhile, I see that almost all of... Oh, actually, the Lings from Queen turned around to try and save his natural, but another drone falls.
Yeah, definitely losing those number of drone by the Hero Zergling. That is definitely not happy for Queen. Queen can't even spend his Vespene gas for the Mutalisk. He still needs to make that drone once again. And now Hero is slowly saturating his natural with that 3 hatchery. He already has 11 Mutalisks. I think he might have that upgrade all will be finished in maybe next couple of minutes.
Yeah, look at the supply. 50 to 32. That's an overwhelming lead for our Blue Zerg player. He has 11 mutas. I thought he was just going to engage that Spore. We saw him do that versus Larva, and it backfired, so I'm hoping he doesn't. Meanwhile, the main is still exposed, and that's going to be another creep colony that's probably going to go down. You can see Queen's desperate because he's not even turning around to save his main. He's just going for a counterattack. But that puts all of his units out of position, and we can see Heroes just turning around for it.
Yeah, losing couple of Zerglings for Queen's Zergling, and didn't even lose much of units there for Hero. So Hero is definitely looking great on this situation, and yeah, Queen still needs to do something and somehow kill some of Hero's drone, but still not looking great.
Yeah, now that the second gas is running for Hero, there's almost no hope in this game for Queen, especially losing those drones at the natural. You can see that he's starved for minerals. He has the gas, he has 700 gas, but he can't build any mutas because he just doesn't have the money. And Hero, I thought he was going to intercept those 2 mutas. Instead, he's just going to knock down this Spore colony again. And there's just not enough mutas to contest Hero's mutas, even though they are so deep into the main of Queen.
Yeah, Queen just gave up mining his second gas because he still needs to spend his money for adding that Spore colony at the main base, but it's not really working well. That main base is still losing a little bit of mining time and losing the Overlord. Another 6 Zerglings are attacking the natural. The Spore colonies are dangerously low HP. I think Hero might go for the Spore.
Yeah, I think he will too. And we saw he just got +1 armor, a massive upgrade in ZVZ. I'm not even sure Queen realizes it. He may think he has a decent fight here, 9 versus 11 with Scourge support. But, oh, actually he might, because Scourge are connecting. Oh, that's just 5 left? Okay, there we go. I was wondering how's this happening, and there's the reinforcements, and it's just way too many mutas.
Oh yeah, losing all those Overlord for Queen? This is not looking great. He just got the Overlord out, but the supply count is still red. And trying to go for the backstab with the Mutalisk, but we can see Hero is sending out those Zerglings to Queen's natural. So losing that many of the drones at the main base doesn't even really matter for Hero right now.
Well, finally, Queen is going to get some damage to the drone line, but he's about to get intercepted, and that's going to be all she wrote any moment now. You can moving shot with mutas, of course, so you see Queen instantly tries to split them up. That was a nice split, and he ends up saving maybe like 4 or 5, but supplies tell the whole story. It's 58 still to 27. There's just way too many mutas. Lings get into the main, drones are dying left and right, and you realize Queen is going to fall, and it is going to be a tied series, 2-2. Queen's got to be feeling pretty bad about this because the first couple games were completely one-sided, and now Hero has brought it back to a tied series.
Ooh.
Wow. He's slouching in his chair too. That's not a good sign.
정찰 자체가 빠르다는 그런 점들을
Yeah, I really like how Hero finally decided to change some of his playstyle, like going for more likely 2-hatch playstyle with economic lead, not playing with the 1-base playstyle. And even if he has gone for the 9-pull, he didn't go for 9-pull speed just like the first game, or even first game against that Larva. He has gone for that 9-pull speed and hidden track, but didn't really work against Larva. But finally, I like to see Heroes changing up his plan and playstyle and making some comeback here.
Yeah, a sneaky move with the 9-pool lair, acting like he wasn't building links, and then just flooded them at a delayed moment and completely caught Queen off guard, set the tone of the game. Now we're going to be going into commercial, and we'll be back with our game-deciding match. Who's going to finish in 3rd place in Season 11. Don't go anywhere.
관리하지 않는 순간에도 관리받다. 14일 동안 정성껏 발효한 브루잉 콤부차로 관리받다. 브루잉 콤부차.
디자인하면서 가장 중요하게 생각했던 부분은 울트라 기어의 차별화된 브랜드 메시지를 잘 나타내는 것입니다. 신과 영웅들의 최강의 무기들을 검토하였습니다. 그중 EK의 승리의 날개를 모티브로 지금의 울트라 기어의 로고가 탄생하게 되었습니다. 울트라 기어의 이니셜인 U와 G를 기상하는 날개의 형상 레드 색상을 사용하여 강력한 에너지와 힘을 나타내었습니다. 울트라 기어는 최상의 퍼포먼스로 진정한 게임의 즐거움, 승리의 기쁨을 여러분께 선사할 것입니다.
야채 착착, 당토 톡톡, 아보카도 슥슥, 그리고 제로. 이렇게 맛있다고? 맛은 배로, 칼로리는 제로. 칠성사이다 제로.
아이시스 에코 오늘 내륙의 찰떡.
마시고 분리수거 끝.
많은 분들이 아이시스 에코를 따르고 있습니다.
이것도 라벨이 없네.
무라벨은 따라해도 대환영. 팔로우디 에코 아이시스 에코. 숙취 요즘 누가 저렇게 깨니? 맨날 똑같은 거 맛없는 거 깨. 이제 탄산으로 깨. 숙취 해소의 새로운 기준 가스강. 환도 역시 가스강이 대세.
울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
아직 경기는 끝나지 않았습니다.
Alright guys, we're getting into the final game of our 4th place series. Hero was down 2-0, but has brought it back to a 2-2 score. Really nice mind game in Game 4 and nice outplay in Game 3. And now he has momentum on his side. And I think it's up to Queen to start making something happen, because he's been letting Hero dictate the flow of the game. And now Hero has found his stride. So Queen really needs to make a move himself, I think.
That is true. I like how Hero is giving some pressure back to Queen, and now the score's already tied to 2-2. So Queen definitely cannot underestimate Hero this last game. If he makes a mistake in this game number 5, Queen will get eliminated in this 3rd and 4th place match.
So it's going to be decided on one of the new maps, Ascension. We've been talking about how it's the 3-player Blue Storm. It's had a bunch of interesting games. Let's see who can take our 3rd place finish. Is it going to be Queen, or is it going to be Hero? So in the bottom right are Blue Zerg. It is Queen.
It might be. Go ahead.
Oh, and in the top middle, finding his stride, it is Hero.
So we can see once again there's a scouting advantage for Hero once again. So this is a very good luck for Hero right now, because he knows what Queen will be doing in the beginning. And Hero might have all those potential choices like what he wants to do, like whether he wants to play aggressive or passive, and or maybe even just wait for like 11 middles once again, just like game number 3 on hidden track. I wonder what both of the players will do.
Yeah, and we see both players are just taking the normal scout pattern, going towards the opposing player's natural. That's why we see Queen going to bottom left as opposed to top middle. Unfortunately for Queen, not going to get the first scout, and it's just been luck on Hero's side the last 3 games. So you Hero fans should be very excited about that. We see that both players have built their Overlord. Just going to wait to see whether it's 12 pool, 12 hatch. What's going to be the follow-up?
I want to see who's going to have more stronger build order mind game, but okay, Queen will go for 12 pull. So now this time we'll go for 12 hatchery. He hasn't shown any of the 12 hatchery so far in this game. I like this greedy move by Hero in game number 5.
Yeah, the first time we see him go for a 12 hatch, he's gonna have the great blind counter versus the 12 pool. So but ironically, we saw Hero win with a 12 pool versus a 12 hatch, but that was simply because he got the first scout off. He was able to build those extra drones that you mentioned. Now the pool is coming down and gas going down for Hero. So it's going to be slightly delayed. There is the hatchery. So Hero knows all is fine and that this is going to be a build order advantage for him.
Yeah, there's going to be the build order advantage for Hero with the he got all those circumstances. He got the scouting advantage. He won the build order. He knows what is going to come from Queen's Zerg egg, whether it is going to be drone or Zergling. And for Queen does not have any information what Hero is doing. Does he have second overlord? He doesn't know. So he has to go for metabolic boost first. That is Zergling speed. So that means from game number 3 that hidden track, Hero has come for the lair attack really fast. That was the reason why Hero was able to make some comeback. But now we can see Hero's lair attack is definitely much faster than Queen.
Yep, massive lair advantage timing for Hero. We can see that lair is going to be coming down pretty soon for Queen in just a second. He's got the 100 gas. There it is. I thought that drone going to the natural so fast might be for a fast creep colony, but not the case. First couple lings are coming out for Hero.
And like you mentioned in the beginning, before we move into the game number 5, you said that Ascension is kind of like a map concept just like Blue Storm. There's a narrow path that you can leave couple of Zerglings to defend there. But losing one drone like that by 2 Zergling is not looking great for Hero.
Yeah, that was a big mistake to lose that drone, and now speed has kicked in, and Queen is going to try and exploit some vulnerability of no speed.
Oh my god, he made more drones.
Oh, he loses another drone, and this is falling apart for Hero right now. He still doesn't have speed.
The Zergling should be finishing around like 415, 420, somewhere around there. But we know that that Zergling aggression by Queen, he did absolutely play well there. He picked off 2 drones so far.
Yeah, he even killed a single ling. We can see that Queen's building up his drone count at the natural. It's got 3. He's got his Spire coming down. The Spire timing is surprisingly close. Now, I think Hero at the moment has more lings, but that small choke means that Queen is going to trade much more effective. But this is the Blue Storm version of a 3-player map, so you do have alternative pathways to take around the side. And Hero knows, or Queen knows that, so he's going to back off, make sure that there were no hidden lings sent around the left side of the map.
I feel like Hero is squeezing all those money for extra Zerglings. I think he's not planning to add any drone or sunken colony at the natural, but at the same time, Queen is also squeezing all of his money for more additional Zergling out on the map. So both of the players are planning to move out. Yeah, they are moving out.
Yeah, that is a lot of lings for both of the players. So many lings, and if one player is just even down just 2 lings, we may see somebody, just completely overrun because this is just so many lings on both sides. We can see that Queen is trying to get some type of Sim City with his hatchery, limit the surface area. Hero's continuing to send more and more lings.
Ooh, that is definitely a lot of Zerglings for Queen as well. But 4 more additional Zerglings has arrived for Hero. And I don't know who's winning, but it looks like blue is more.
Oh, blue. A Queen has so much more, and that hatchery really helped him out. And mutas were pumping out this whole time. Hero, I don't know if his mutalisks are out just yet, but that was not the trade that he wanted. You can see that Queen has taken a 6 supply lead. This, of course, is manageable for Hero, but not the position he wants to be in. And that's going to be an Overlord being taken out. But it's 4 versus 3 mutas. Here, Queen might be caught. Oh, nope. Hero's decided that he does not want to risk it and engage there.
Yeah, that was a little bit of hesitant by Hero that he couldn't really go for the fight because he knows that a lot of Zerglings are still left over for Queen. He can also throw a couple of Zerglings and grab some attention from here and there. But it looks like there's a little bit of an engagement. The Hero just squeezed all of his Vespene gas with the Scourge. I don't know who's winning.
I think Hero's winning, actually. Scourge connect, and it's 4-3 mutas for Queen, and I think there's like 5 left over for Hero. How did he do this? They're also heavily damaged. He's got 6 even. He can still win this fight despite 2 popping out.
Oh my god. Hero is making a comeback where he was behind up with the score 0-2, but at the same time 2 Zerglings are still attacking. Queen's 2 Zerglings were attacking the natural, but doesn't even matter because Hero just won that muta battle. All he needs to do is squeezing all those extra mutalisks and give up his main base, going for the base trade now.
Well, lings into the main, and this is a lot of lings, and if he takes out the Spire, that means that he can't build any more mutas. But those are Scourge being pumped out. If those were more mutalisks, I think this could have been a guaranteed win for Hero. He's losing his main. He still hasn't even pulled the drones. This is literally just a base trade. Both players are just going to try and eliminate each other. Okay, there are more mutalisks, but, you know, ling DPS is quite high. He could kill all the buildings. Of course, Hero's going to win the air battle, but he has to go back and save his base.
Yeah, Hero has 173 mineral left over. I wonder what he wants to do. I think it might be better to make 6
Zerglings.
Yeah, maybe make three Zerglings and start defending with the mutalisks, but I don't think he can start making drones. Drones is not a definitely a good choice here. He should make Zerglings and go for trade.
He's gonna lose his hatch. He's gonna lose his hatch. He's going to lose. Oh no, he's just gonna back off. And okay, if Hero built all lings there, then he cannot build a drone, and this game is done because, well, I mean, actually, I don't know. Both players are not mining. I still think Hero's going to win, but oh, he built 2 drones, so he's gonna try and build up his econ.
I think this is a guarantee win for Hero because that 3 drone. I mean, when you're playing 1 base muta, you definitely needs at least 5 drone mining at the mineral and 3 drone inside of the Vespene gas. So that's total 8 drone. But Queen only has 4 drone, 1 at the main and 3 at the natural. That is not enough for 1 hatch muta. So I don't think Queen can make some comeback here. But this is the last game, and even though knowing that the fact that Queen is definitely behind in this game, he can't give up. He just has to keep trying.
Well, Queen still has his Spire, whereas Hero doesn't, but it's 7 mutalisks. And the pool is still alive. That's a big deal because he can spam Sunkens out once he deems that he has enough econ to put them down, enough drones. And then he will be able to hold simply, what is it, like 10 lings?
I think Hero's plan is leaving that 3 drone at the natural and just constantly making extra Zerglings, and with that 7 middles and going for the trade. I think that's what Hero's plan is.
I don't know about this because there's still a lot of lings out for Queen. He's going to try and trade. Yeah, he's going to kill all the drones. Okay, is that only 3 lings? I thought he had more than that.
Ooh. Queen taps out. He can't really make any comeback here.
Wow, what a comeback from Hero. It looked so dismal for him after the first 2 games. I thought it was going to be a blowout, but he turns it around, changes up his play completely. The 4th game was complete mastery of the ZVZ matchup, really sick mind game. And then I don't know what went wrong for Queen at the end. Why did he just have so few Mutalisks in comparison to Hero?
Yeah, Queen definitely played really well and winning that Zergling fight before that Mutalisk pops, but something has gone wrong. Maybe all the Scourge were connected to Queen's Mutalisk, and he started to fall behind with the number of Mutalisks that he had compared to Hero's Mutalisk count. And that was absolutely great great concentration for Hero. That's while Queen was trying to distract Hero's main base and the natural with a couple of Zerglings being sent, but Hero decided to give up looking at his main base, and I like that idea there.
Yeah, so nicely done from Hero. Man, the first 2 games and then remembering the Larva series where he got picked apart, I was like, okay, this is just going to be a repeat of that. But not the case. He ends up taking 3rd place, and you know Queen is not happy about his performance. Of course, getting 4th means he's going to be seeded into the next ASL, but he was really looking to make it to the finals, and then to not even win 3rd place. Oh man, he's going to be feeling pretty down in the dumps about his performance this season, especially after starting up 2-0. Now we're going to be going into an interview with our 3rd place finisher. Let's get his thoughts on how this match went.
We were now done with the ASL Season 11, the 3rd place match, and congratulations to Hero. And all of the audience, including us, all those ASL staff, did not expect you to make the comeback from losing score 0-2 to making a comeback and 3-2 there. And how do you feel? And I'm pretty sure you're also feeling great about today's match. So Hero is saying that he lost the semi-final to Larva, one-sided game, 4-0. And he says something, but I didn't catch. But he also felt that it wasn't really great when he was losing 2-0 to Queen in the beginning. But he likes that he decided to play really well and make some comeback from here and there and winning the game of this 3rd placement match. So Hero is saying about the build order loss, that every time he chooses something to do, he always loses the build order fight against Queen. But he got the over scout advantage, and that actually helped him out in that game number 3.
생각보다 좀 난전이 이뤄졌어요. 김명훈 선수의 저글링이 생각보다 조일장 선수를 좀 혼란스럽게 만들었을 것 같거든요.
So the caster is asking, they also think that the game number 5 was probably chaotic for all of the players because there were so many Zerglings out on the map and so much of distraction every single location. Hero says something about he tried to concentrate more on the Mutalisks and make some comeback there, even though he lost the Zergling fight and losing his natural and the main base at the same time. So the caster is asking about the memorial game, which game you remember the most, and Hero is saying about that Hero did not much of a confident when he was started to play in this ASL Season 11. But after he started beating every single player in round of 24, round of 16 in the death group of 3 Terran in that group, he started to gain all those confidence and started to play really well. So they're talking about the death group in round of 16, where he was surrounded by 3 Terran, Rush, Royal Light?
사실 저저전 이번에 3대 0으로 졌으면은 이제 저저전 극복하는 모습 보여드리고 싶다라는 생각이 들었을 것 같은데 뭔가 마지막 빌드를 하면서 이게 좀 대담하게 하니까
So he's talking about that
빌드를 먹네 이런
his
생각이
fans
들더라고요.
probably were
마지막
upset that he
빌드도
was losing in
그런 것
ZVZ in semifinal
더 단단하게 이제 게임
and not being so confident with his ZVZ match.
다음 시즌을 아마
But he
조일장
thinks
선수의
he
경기력
did
때문에
really
더
well in the
기다리시는
third
분들이
place-
많을 것 같아요.
third place match
팬들에게도
for
이번
his
시즌
fan.
마무리하는 감회를 좀 밝혀주시죠.
And any last word for your fans? And you're saying
해주셔가지고 너무 감사드리고요.
thanks for rooting
일단 4강전에서
rooting me,
진짜 저저전
hero.
연습을 진짜 많이 했었어요.
he said he did practice a lot of ZVZ.
선수 그리고
Practice with
이영환 선수가 진짜 많이
Action,
도와줬는데
Shine,
너무 미안하더라고요.
Miso.
가지고 근데
So I think he practiced with Miso, Shine, and Action in semi-final, but he lost to Larva 4-0. So
잘할 수 있는 모습 보여드리겠습니다.
네, 다시 한번 3위로
He didn't
마무리하신
really
이번 시즌
feel
고생
great to his,
많으셨고요. 다음
friend.
시즌에 더 멋진 모습으로 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 인터뷰 고맙습니다.
but he thinks he did really well in this third placement match.
자, 이렇게
So
해서 ASL 시즌 11을 3위로 마무리한
I'm sure
조일장
his
선수와
his
함께
fans
이야기
and his
나눠봤습니다.
partners were satisfied with his score tonight.
Yeah, so nicely done from Hero. We're getting a look at the results. You can see Queen 2-0 lead. You thought, okay, it's destiny. He's going to get third place. But not the case. Hero comes back with the reverse sweep. And I'm very happy for him because 4-0 versus Larva, that was not the showing he wanted to put up. And he does get a bit of redemption here. Also, he played so well in all of the stages of the ASL. I thought it would be a very disappointing showing for him to get fourth place after how well he had played in the earlier stages. And unfortunately for Queen, he's going to finish in fourth. Really, all season long, he kind of looked off, so it's not a surprising result here to me to see him take fourth place. But yeah, he's going to need to get it together for next season because it was a mismatch versus Mini, honestly. I mean, that was just a crushing defeat. And he doesn't look as unstoppable as he did in maybe 6 months ago.
Queen did not perform well in the season, but all those previous tournaments that he has been showing all the dominant skills and decision making against Flash, against Soma, and I feel like I don't remember if he has played against Light, but it was very impressive in those previous seasons. But do not miss the ASL Season 11 final. We still have this the last match still needs to be casted in June 6th on Sunday, 7 p.m.
Yep, it is going to be on Sunday, and this is probably the best finals that we could have gotten because Mini's Protoss versus Zerg is totally next level, especially with this new non-scout style that he can be mixing in. But he's going up against a Zerg that plays completely different from all the other Zergs, but at the same time can play all the other styles like the 973 or the Soma or Sulky style, which is low econ Zerg. But his real threat is the defensive style that he loves to play. There's always epic games from Larva when he goes for that, and we have not seen how well Mini style works versus that. I'm really excited to see Ultimate stream Larva versus Mini because we know for sure that's going to be a defensive game, or at least I think it is. And it is best of 7, so that map cannot be vetoed.
Yeah. So yeah, it is going to be used. All those ASL map were selected, so we will definitely going to see the ultimate stream. But I wonder what which game number it is going to be used, and I want to see how Mini plays against Larva's turtle playstyle with the defensive mass sunken and going for super fast type.
Yeah, and you know, actually, another map that I want to see is the one map that Mini lost to Queen. That was Hidden Track. We know that, or you were telling me that a lot of Protoss players think that it's almost impossible to win versus Zerg, but now Mini's he's going to have had about 10 more days of practice on this map. Maybe he's come up something special specifically on this map. We know he has a bag of builds. He did go for that 2-gate versus Queen on Eclipse. Maybe something like Proxy Gates again could be a potential build we see on Hidden Track. We'll have to wait and see what he's come up with.
Or
and
maybe
Yeah.
Or maybe we might be able to see some double 9 gate, or maybe 10, 12, 2 gateway from the old playstyle where he has done in round of 24 versus Miso. Do you remember that game? Miso was like, was impossible to lose that game, but Miso made some mistake and he lost that game in round of 24.
I can't remember exactly that game, but yeah, it would be cool to see some old school styles. I mean, maybe we even see a scout, right? We saw Shuttle use a scout and go with the DT drop, and it got like, I don't know how many kills the scout got, but the DT drop follow up got like 20 drone kills.
Yeah, the strongest part of a Larva playstyle is that he never looks at his his main base, natural, even third base. He macros all of his hatchery from 5 to 0 with one hand macro in 1 second. If you guys have not seen his Larva's macro webcam on his stream, he's definitely insane.
Yeah, Larva's multitask is next level, and I remember Flash even saying that when Larva's on his game, he's actually just untouchable. Like, you actually just can't kill this guy. And when he plays, it's funny to watch him multitask all those things, because you would expect him to be like chaotic or something, but it looks like somebody playing the piano. It just looks so fluid. It looks like he's in total control of what he's doing, as if it doesn't even take any effort. Like, this guy's a madman when it gets to the macro stages. You know, I went to WCG a couple times, and the one time I made it to finals, I got to see, or I actually got to stand behind Stork and watch him play. And Stork is similar to Larva in the sense where when I was watching Stork, it looked slow. It looked like somebody playing the piano, just playing it effortlessly. And then he actually has like 280 APM. And it's the same thought I get with Larva, except he's got 400 APM. It's just crazy how much this guy can multitask.
It looks like the Korean commentary, they're trying to... They're talking about the chair. They're talking about the chair. I guess the champion chair. It's like the most comfortable chair in the world. I think that's what they're talking about right now. But I'm excited to see the final.
Yeah, Mini versus Larva is going to be coming up on Sunday. That should be a great matchup. I think we're going to be wrapping up pretty soon. We didn't, even with the audio, we didn't get any translation of what Into the Rain's talking about with the Hot 6. Bit sad about that, but yeah, today was exciting games. I thought for sure Zero was going to, or Queen was going to take it 3-0, but not the case. Hero with a nice reverse there. So far in this season, has anybody surprised you?
Did I lose connection?
Oh, maybe you did lose connection.
Okay.
I was asking, has anybody surprised you this season in ASL? Was there like anybody that's like, wow, I did not expect him to go as far as he did?
For me, Hero, like getting out of from that round of 16 death group, surrounded by Terran, the top 3 Terran players like Light. JYG was also impressive, like beating Best and beating Sharp, and made it into quarterfinal in the season. I was also impressed with JYJ's play. Very solid play by JYJ.
Yeah, JYJ did very well, and I agree with the Hero comment, because Hero played very well all season long, and when I saw that group, I'm like, okay, you've got Light, and you've got Rush, and you've got JYJ. I don't know what, I don't know how you expect to ever make it out of this group. They're just so killer, but he made it through.
I'm also impressed at Mini's PvP ending every single game like, what is it, 4-minute mark? Like where Best got only first Dragoon, but he can't really do anything with the first Dragoon and just type GG in 4 minutes. That was a really fast PvP I have ever seen in my life.
What was surprising to me about that series was it felt like Best almost just forgot about potential Zealot pressures. What really came to mind was the last game. I think it was Polypoid bottom left, and he put the gateway in a position atop of the assimilator where there was a gap for the Dragoon to pop out at the bottom, but then he could get completely walled off by pylons. As I was watching that, I was like, man, I would not expect to see a pro do that anymore, because you know, pylon blocking or pylon locking units in their underneath the gateway is a thing, and it just felt like he completely forgot about it.
I don't want to downgrade about Protoss player. They're definitely better than me, but sometimes I feel like they need to study a little bit about SimCity, just like how Terrans are always studying about the SimCity, defending the Zergling rush, Zealot rush. You know, whenever they're going for the Rex expand, they always study about the SimCity. So I think Protoss should be also studying about the SimCity as well, and like the mining boosts, like how Zerg players are always doing it. Every single Zerg players, they're always working on the mineral boost. So Protoss players, I think they might also need to work on the SimCity as well in the future game.
Well, I got that look from the middle commentator. I think that's going to be end of today, guys. So thank you so much for watching. We will be back on Sunday. It's going to be Mini versus Larva finals. That's going to be an epic series, so make sure to tune in. And of course, me and Scan will see you there.
사진 그 자체 판을 너무 잘 깔아줬어요. 자, 커세븐이 6개입니다. 다 찢어요. 자신이 갈 길만 생각을 하는 이 플레이 자체가 정말 분명히 위기였는데 그 위기를 아무렇지도 않다는 듯이 와, 정말 뭐 이런 선수가 있나 싶을 거예요. 저그의 시대 그 중심에 있는 김명훈을 꺾고 결승 진출. 마지막 남은 최고의 프로토스인데 그 프로토스가 정전의 최강이라면은 중계진으로 합류를 하려고 하다가요. 나는 이제 이번 리그에서 뭔가를 보여주겠다라는 이동준 선수는 이번에도 승리를 거두고 탈락을 하고 맙니다. 8강에 올라갑니다. 4강 진출. 바닥부터 시작해서 이 천상계까지 정말 오랜 시간이 걸렸습니다. 10년간의 그 도전, 그 끝에 결승 진출. 가장 낮은 자리에서 이제 가장 높은 자리로